So this tutorial video will be a look at some questions that are more like STAAR type questions. They're actually multiple choice. However, I'm not showing you the choices. I'm just going to show you how to answer it. Okay, this one says, what is the equation of the line in slope-intercept form that passes through the point 3, -5 and is perpendicular to the line represented by y equals 1/2 x minus 3. All right, so that's a lot of words. Sometimes we get lost in the words. But first of all, the equation has to be in slope-intercept form. Okay, that's our that's our y equals mx plus b. Okay, but we are told that the equation passes through the point 3, -5 and it's perpendicular to this line represented by this equation. So another thing I want to highlight is perpendicular. So we need to know the slope. And fortunately, this one is in y equals mx plus b already. So we know it has a slope of 1/2. Well, if an equation has a slope of 1/2, then the perpendicular slope would be the opposite reciprocal, which is -2. -2/1, which is -2. All right. So again, I'm writing an equation. I'm looking for an equation that has a slope of -2 and it passes through the point 3, -5. Well, if all I'm given is a point and a slope, I can't use slope-intercept form. I have to start with point-slope form and then turn it into slope-intercept form. So we're going to start with y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay. Then we just need to replace the y1 with y1 and the x1 with x1. All right, so let's rewrite it. So that's going to be y and then minus -5. Well, minus -5 becomes +5, so I'm going to write y plus 5 equals, my slope is -2, so -2 times x minus 3. Okay. Now this is in point slope form, but we want it in slope intercept form. So we have to work all this out. The first thing we're going to do is distribute this -2 to both of these terms. So we're going to multiply -2 times x and -2 times -3. So my equation is going to say y plus 5 equals, and then -2 times x, well, we just write that as -2x. And then -2 times -3 is +6. So +6. Now, we've done everything we can on the right side, but now we need to solve this equation for y. It has this +5. So we're going to remove the +5 with the inverse, which is to subtract 5. But we have to subtract 5 from both sides. Okay? So now over here, all we're doing is subtracting 5 from 6, and 6 minus 5 is 1. So my equation in slope-intercept form is going to be y equals -2x plus 1. And that's my answer. All right, let's take a look at one more. This one is a little bit different and a little bit more involved. All right, this one says, what is the equation of the line in slope-intercept form that passes through the points -2, 5, and 3, 15? Okay. So we have to write this one in slope-intercept form as well. Okay, but this one does not give us an equation or a slope, but it does give us 2 points. Well, that means we can use these 2 points to find the slope. Remember, our slope is equal to the change in y over the change in x, or our formula is y2 minus y1. Oops. Clean that up a little bit. y1 over x2 minus x1. So if we plug that in over here, we'll just identify this as, let me do that down here. We'll identify this as x1 and x2, and then y1 and y2. Okay. So our y's, we're going to have 15 minus 5. This is a review. but it's y2 minus y1, so 15 minus 5 over, and now we have x2 minus x1. Now that's going to be 3 minus negative 2, which would look like this, 3 minus negative 2. But we can write minus negative 2 as plus, so I'm just going to rewrite that as 3 plus 2. So 3 plus 2. And then we work that out. 15 minus 5 is 10. 3 plus 2 is 5. And we realize we have a slope of 2. So now we're writing an equation that has a slope of 2. And we just need to use one of these points. So I'm going to pick one of them. I'm going to use negative 2 and 5. So it's going to go through negative 2, 5. Well, I have to start with point slope form. So that's y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay. Well, again, I'm going to replace y1 with the y that was given, and I'm going to replace the x1 with the x that's given. All right. So that's y minus 5 equals the slope of 2, which I just found the slope using the formula. 2 times x minus negative 2, which is going to be plus 2. So minus negative 2 is plus 2. Now I need to take this in point slope form and write it in slope intercept. So remember, we have to distribute the 2 to both of these terms inside the parentheses. So my equation would be y minus 5 equals 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 2 is 4, so 2 plus 4. And then the last thing I would need to do, we need to solve this equation for y equals, so we get rid of this minus 5 by using the inverse, which is to add 5. We have to do that to both sides. And my final equation will be y equals 2x plus 9. Y equals 2x plus 9. All right, that is definitely a review of writing the equation when you're just given 2 points.